Welcome to French Baking with Nadia. Today we're going to make a white, moist sponge cake with strawberries and whipped cream inside. Here's our cake. It baked in the oven for approximately 29 minutes and it's all ready for us to cut. So I'm taking a long serrated knife and this top we're just going to cut right off. It's extra. So we're just going to go like this. Cut it off. Aside, and then we're going to cut this cake into 3 layers. I'm just going to cut off the edges here. So we start cutting. So just use your serrated knife to cut this cake into 3 layers. We're going to do our top layer first. Okay, we're going to first put sugar water in all 3 layers of the cake and fill it with whipped cream and strawberries. So I'm going to remove these 2 and just put it in this plastic bag so it stays moist. And we just pat it with our pastry brush like this on the cake. And this gives it a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of moisture to the cake. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fill our pastry bag. We have a pastry head, our bag. Just throw the head in there. And we're going to go ahead and take some whipped cream and fill our pastry bag. Okay. And then we can squeeze a little bit out into the bowl to let out air bubbles, and then go ahead and just apply the whipped cream onto the cake. And now we can put our strawberries. Okay, so we laid out our cut strawberries on the cake, on the whipping cream. I'm going to add a little bit of powdered sugar to the strawberries to make it a little bit sweeter in taste. If you have sweet strawberries, that's great. You don't really need to add the powdered sugar. And then we're going to put another layer of light whipped cream on top of these strawberries. And you can use a spatula to put the whipped cream on the cake too, if that's easier for you. Okay. And now we're going to put our next layer of cake on top of that and gently press down. We're going to again put the sugar water, dabbing it on the cake. Okay, now we put our second layer of whipped cream on the cake. Now, since you are using fresh whipping cream and it can easily melt, in between each layer you can put the whipping cream in the fridge until you're ready to use it. Let's put the second layer of strawberries on top of our whipping cream. Okay, let's put a thin layer of powdered sugar on top of these strawberries. And we'll do a thin layer of whipped cream on top of the strawberries again. And we're going to put the final layer of cake on top and gently press down. Make sure it's nice and even. Okay. You can use your spatula just to Smooth the edges. And we'll do the same thing again. We'll put our sugar water with our pastry brush on top of the cake. Okay, and we'll put our final layer of whipped cream on top of the cake. Okay, there's the top layer of whipping cream. Now we're going to do the sides also, and I'm going to put it back up on my cake stand that twists. It'll be a lot easier to put the whipping cream on the sides. And we always start from the bottom. And move our way upward. Okay, so we have our cake completely covered with whipping cream. Now we're going to smooth it all out. And we're using a jug of hot water. This helps with the smoothing of the whipping cream. I'm going to use a larger spatula on top of the cake to smooth it out. And then I just put it back into the jug of water and shake the whipping cream out, tap it to remove excess water, and repeat this process. And let's do it one more time. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to use my smaller spatula, tap it in the hot water, and I'll just lay it along the sides, and I'll easily turn my cake on the turning stand. Okay, we're going to use a little metal triangle with jagged edges. This helps design our cake. You don't have to use it, but I like to use it, and we just spread it like that, and we can dip it in our water to get the whipped cream off. And then we'll do that for the sides also. We'll just hold it in place and turn our cake turner. Now we are going to put the cake on a 10-inch cardboard, and we're going to put a doily on the 10-inch cardboard. We're going to put a little bit of sugar water, dab it on our cardboard, and that'll help the doily stick into place. There we go. And now we can take our cake and move it down onto the 10-inch cardboard. Okay, let's go ahead and decorate the top. We'll make little small flowers by just squeezing the pastry bag and making a little turn. Okay, we're gonna decorate the very bottom of the cake by squeezing and pulling. Okay, let's decorate the cake with some strawberries on top. And I've just cut some strawberries in half, and we can put it on our cake. Okay, there you have it, your white cake with strawberries and whipped cream inside, and it's ready to be eaten, so enjoy.